Stat tables. Every report category will contain at least one stat table. A stat table is the familiar spreadsheet-style data grid used for viewing statistics. Here we'll look at the stat tables for the hitting category. The columns of the table will typically represent the individual components that go into calculating the statistic. In this case, for hitting efficiency, they might be kills, errors, and total attempts. The calculated value will typically be highlighted in the last column, in this case, hitting efficiency. The first column indicates the dimension you are currently analyzing by. You can see here that we have analyzed by player chosen. So the first column will be the names of the players, with each row representing one player. We can instead analyze by rotation to see the statistic broken down by rotation. Here we have the same hitting efficiency table, except by rotation. The first column is now rotation, and each row is rotations 1 through 6. You can apply the same technique to all of the stat tables in all of the stat categories, and more analyze by options will be added in the future. Note that opponent stat tables are always shown by rotation since the opponent doesn't have a full player roster. Here we can see the same hitting efficiency table for the same match except for the opponent, and then switch back to our team. By default, the Analyze By filter will show all of the players or all of the rotations. If you only want to see a particular player or rotation, or maybe just a few of them grouped together, you can use the Filter button to choose a subset from the list. In this case, let's say we want just 2 players in our table. Or we can go back and turn them all on. The last row of the table shows the total team values, which are the sum or average of each player or rotation in the entire table. You can sort the table by any column by simply tapping the column header. Right now we're sorted ascending by player name. Let's say we wanted to sort ascending by the total number of kills, or descending by kills, or total hitting efficiency. The same technique again can be applied to any of the stat tables. You can change column widths in the table by tapping on the divider within the column header and then dragging left or right to narrow or widen the column. If you're looking at a really wide stat table that doesn't entirely fit on screen, let's use the box score as an example. The first column will stay locked so that you can scroll the rest of the table left and right while still seeing the player names in place. Stat tables in iStat VBall also allow you to drill down deeper into your data by expanding each row in the table. This can be a very powerful feature. As an example, let's say we're analyzing serve receive by rotation. We'll go into the serve receive report and analyze by rotation. We can look here and see that rotation 5 is our weakest rotation. But why is it weakest? Which player is contributing to that rotation to drag down the average? Well, what we can do is analyze by rotation, then by player. This gives us an extra dimension to our data. Now, each rotation can be expanded to look within that rotation. In this case, we'll expand rotation 5 and see, oh, McKenna has a 2.5 rating. That's what's pulling the rating down for that rotation. So maybe we need to rearrange our serve receive pattern in that particular rotation to help out that player. Again, the same technique can be used across all the stat tables in all the different skill categories. Conversely, we could analyze by rotation and then by player to see for a particular player which rotations they're strongest or weakest in. Feel free to experiment with it and you'll quickly see the potential uses and power of this feature. And more combination of these again will be added over time.